Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 10 of Direwolf20's Server Play Series. Hanging out with Rorax and Tog, and Temma just joined us, and Fireball's here, and it's a party. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Science.
You having fun?
Science again.
So much science.
Alright, so I need...
Science again is Invader Zim, right?
What's that?
I know it from Homestar Runner.
Okay, yeah, no trust.
Okay. No, that makes more sense.
So I'm having fun getting ready to store all the junk that I'm collecting. It's going to be a little bit manual now because rarely have I ever done this, but it's like probably the first time. But I'm actually going to create the quarry before I created the sorting system in my base. I don't think I've done that in forever. I'm actually going to do this. So I want...
Watch out, it's pretty taxing.
What's that?
Doing the quarry before the sorting system.
Yeah, I know.
It's like trying to go shopping without a shopping trolley.
So green is the pattern that I want to go with there. Probably lost a few items, but I'm not too worried. So green, we'll put in things like dirt and cobble for the most part. Temma, with a filter pipe, will it always go down the filtered path before it goes down an empty path?
No.
Okay. So
it will go down. That doesn't have any effect. It will go. It'll.
User joined your channel.
like if I have a filter with cobblestone and dirt in it, will cobblestone and dirt always go down that path if the other path is just no filter at all?
Nope.
Okay.
It'll go nearest destination first, or whatever you set it to.
So I should have a filter and a inverse filter then,
Pretty much, yeah.
if I want to guarantee.
Yeah, that's pretty much correct. Yeah. Or you could do a dense pipe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about with your extra utilities pipes.
Oh, with extra
Yes.
utilities pipes. I don't remember. I think they do.
I thought so too.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, I'm going to find out. I'm going to filter cobblestone and dirt down the green path, so you should not be allowed to go down the green path. And we're going to do this and stack upgrades. So everything should have gone into here except cobblestone and dirt. Cool.
Yep, you have 2 pipe systems now, Timmy.
Yeah, you have to remember how each one works.
All the little intricacies.
Temma's like, why did I do this? Why? Although I have to say, Temma, I recently had to switch some of my stuff around, the Ender IO stuff on the server, and make it actually like go a little bit with item ducts, and they are awesome.
Thank you. I am not going to be modest. I am very proud of how they turned out.
Yeah. Now, like, they're really good. Like, I'm looking at the items flowing through the item ducts, and even though Forgecraft is a little bit laggy, they still look really good flowing through the pipes, and everything just... It looks elegant. It's not stuttery, it's not jumpy, like, it's good. So I have to give huge kudos on that. Alright guys, so today, let's see, what I want to do then is test Remote 1. Oh, my frequency names are lost. Well, let's see here.
I can't seem
This
to
should
find a
start
linking
mining.
book out of your mining age.
It's...
I can just teleport you if you want.
Well, hang on.
Perfect.
I'd like to know where it is.
It's at 0 minus 70-ish. Around that area you'll start to see
So that
like
clearly
dugout
worked.
things and whatnot, and then just look around
Okay.
there.
Wow, we are going to
And
have a
your,
lot of glowstone when today is done.
And your mining quarry is working.
Yay! Alright, so what I need to do
I can
is
confirm.
create... I'm going to make a computer. We'll put this in furnace mode. And while that's cooking, I'm going to want wireless transmitters. So I'm going to want 2 more of you. 2 of you. A few more of these guys. And we're ready to go. 2 of them. Meanwhile, my glass should be done, so I should be able to get a computer now. And I'm going to do, as usual, the computer craft programming off camera. Just because, like, that works for me, that works for you guys, right? Everybody likes that. So we're going to basically just have... I'm going to put it right here. I don't know if Soren has any plans for this location, but this will be frequency 1, and that'll be the frame quarry move, and this will be frequency 2, and that'll be the frame quarry dig. And we'll give this thing a shot. So I will be back as soon as I write a very simple program. Alright guys, we're back. Really simple program to control this. Or at least it was until... Are you seeing wireless transmitters on the left and right of that computer?
I am.
Okay, I'm not. They're invisible.
Maybe relog?
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm going to relog. Alright, so this is how it works. Really simple. We run the program mine, and its only job is quarry move. It emits a redstone signal on the movement frequency, waits a second, turns it off, and waits a second. And then the mine function emits on the left side of the computer, so on frequency 2. It will sleep 20 seconds while it mines. Then it turns off the redstone signal. That's when it starts retracting the quarry thing. And then it sleeps for 10 seconds while it's retracting. The only catch about this mining system is that it's really important that you make sure it's fully retracted before you do the quarry move. Because if it's not fully retracted, it's going to leave some of the objects behind. So we want to make sure it's completely retracted the drawbridges before the quarry move function runs. So that's why I have a good 10-second wait there. I think it's really only about 5 seconds that it needs. But if I say mine and run the program, we should start seeing a bunch of stuff come in here. And you should see that we're in good shape. I was doing a little bit more testing with some things over in the Digger Age. Tog was helping me. Thanks for helping me test that, by the way, Tog.
No problem.
And we should be filtering all our stuff, and pretty much everything that's not cobble. You know what, I'm going to throw gravel into the filter, because I really don't think we need gravel too much. So now it should be done with its move, I'm guessing. So it's going to retract here in a minute, and then you can see the redstone signal's off, so it's retracted, and then it should move in a second here. There we go, and it just moved.
Yep.
And that's it, very simple. I think I might even say...
This thing is really tiny. It's like...
Isn't it?
amazing, man. I've never, like, done anything with funky locomotion. I should, like, try and get into that one.
How are you going to deal with the glowstone tendrils?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Make it fly
By the
higher.
way, did you notice the iWrench has a little special rendering thing?
Does it?
Yep.
Let me see. Is it the eye
It's
moving?
subtle. It is the eye moving.
Yeah, I did notice it moves a little bit
It
on
follows
your
your
hotbar.
cursor.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't notice that. That is neat. It is moving. It is following my cursor. That's awesome. That's very cool.
Nicely done, Timur.
All right, it should be mining. We should be getting a bunch of junk. I didn't put gravel in the filter, so we'll get more gravel in here, but that's fine. That is cool, though. We're going to have a lot of glowstone. Yeah, so to answer your question, I did not handle glowstone tendrils. I was just really excited about how compact the thing was, so I didn't get there. Oh, and thank you for the angel wings.
Yeah, that should prevent
Future deaths.
dying.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh
Take
yeah.
that.
By the way, the thermodynamics cover system is supported by Funky Locomotion.
Yes. Nice.
So
So you can move thermodynamics covers with it?
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
they act as sticky blocks.
Cool.
If you make a yeah.
Well, I think you're good for about 1,000 blocks before you happen to run into a tendril at the position it's at, so probably won't be a problem for a while.
Nice. The only thing is I don't have a way to activate this thing remotely, the computer. So, by the way, guys, I was talking to Dan200 the other day, and I was, like, bugging him about the wireless range on modems, and he said he might consider adding an Ender modem that works across dimensions and has unlimited range.
Open computers, cough, cough.
I've heard good things about that mod, though.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing is that it's being more worked on consistently than Dan's one, because Dan doesn't have all the time in the world.
Yeah, he's really busy, I know.
And he actually does releases, unlike open computers, which does, rolling builds, like
Yeah.
kind of what we're used to in a lot of mods these days. Not too many do, Minecraft releases.
Really, my thing is it's just kept up to date more frequently,
Cool.
and that's
Yeah.
what I like.
I do need to check it out. I might even mine some of these. By the way, guys, I'm going to mine some of these big orbs. I think it was a good idea to have the nether stuff in here, because you're going to need a lot of netherrack. I might have to tap into that stuff. But yeah, this thing looks like it's working perfectly. Just want to drop down here and make sure that we're hitting bedrock consistently across the line, and we are. Nice.
So when you said the eye wrench follows your cursor, how does it?
There's like a little eye on it, and when you have your inventory open, you can see it.
Open your inventory, yeah.
Yeah, just go search iWrench in any eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to run into a tendril for a while, but when I do, I'll handle it. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of logic programming. I'm going to build it so that my computer can run this like a repeated number of times, like run it 10 times in a row. And a couple other things, so we'll be back. You know what else I want to do is get a link book out here to this thing. So I'm going to do that real quick too. Alright guys, so I'm back. Just did a little bit of stuff. So I just want to test this one more time on camera. And then we're going to have to do something about handling all the stuff that we're getting. So I might need to build some kind of sorting system. I haven't figured out exactly how I want this to work yet. So, by the way, I just mined a ton of nether quartz.
Yeah.
So I wrote a program called minex that is really simple, almost as simple as the other one. I give it an argument, and I loop as many arguments as I gave it and tell it to mine. Really nothing fancy.
Hey, how's it going?
Tell it minex.
Hey.
Oh my god, it's
Mr.
you.
Lemming! I'm recording just so you're
Oh,
aware.
okay.
I built the most compact frame quarry ever.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It is pretty compact.
It is
Yeah.
snazzy.
And it's working. I was just finished making like a little computer craft control for it.
Well,
which-
we'll fix that.
Yeah? Uh-oh, what'd you do?
No, I'm kidding.
It's a, well, it's not the full cube, but it's a 4x4x3 high frame quarry.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Its
And-
profile is tiny.
Yeah, it's very compact. So guys, that's the minex program. It mines one line, and then after a few seconds there, it mines the next line. And I just told it to run in 4 iterations, so it'll run 4 times in a row and then be done. And we're actually not using as much power. Maybe it's just because I have a decent number of bioreactors here, but we are not using a terrible amount of power. Hey, Mr. Lemming, while you're here,
Yeah.
the resonant energy cell.
Okay.
Is there a bug with it currently or something?
On Forgecraft, probably.
Yeah, the most I could fill it up is 50 million RF, but it says it can hold 80 million, but it's not going above 50.
I was pretty sure it was 50. It used to be 50, didn't it?
It used to be 50, and that's a config issue. You guys need to regen configs on the server.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So that makes sense. So we should redo configs. Got it.
Yeah, it won't be a problem for basically anybody except Forgecraft. Sorry.
That's okay.
well,
Most
just
things
make-
aren't a problem for anybody but Forgecraft. That's why we exist.
I would recommend just, I guess we're going to release Thursday or Friday, like full official release, and then you'll want to use those configs probably.
Cool. So for now, guys, what I'm going to do is just manually process this stuff because I'm actually low on resources, believe it or not. And then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to store all this stuff. Soren's been kind of in charge of the AE system, but maybe I'll get to work and beat him to it.
Please do.
Yeah, I think that would upset him a lot, which would be ideal. So this thing should just send nether quartz, right? Cool. So nether quartz should probably land in here. I want to make sure we're actually filtering on
I
this.
pranked vicariously, you see.
You prank because you love.
Well, I don't prank. I'm on the no pranks list.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just gonna add nether quartz to this filter. I was just telling Tema, by the way, Lemming, I'm loving the new thermodynamics pipes and everything.
That is like 98% him. Seriously.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's why I was telling him. But I'm telling you, too, that he did a good job. I want you to know Tema did a good job, Lemming.
Okay.
Yep. So now you know.
I mean, mostly I keep finding bugs.
Well, in
Back to
fairness,
work.
it's a pretty complex mod. Like,
Which whip would you like today, the cat o' nine tails or the standard?
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, it's little things, so I'm not too concerned. It
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
no,
look
like, it runs
servers are breaking,
beautifully.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, it runs great.
Yeah, round robin can keep going round and round and round and freeze the server indefinitely.
Nice.
well, that's fixed now, right?
I hopefully yes, as far
But-
as I know.
I don't know if you saw chat. I did find a small thing with round robin, but I know where it is in the logic, like what's going on.
Okay.
But you may want to look at that because I think you'll be more familiar with it.
I will do. I'm just kind of taking a break,
Oh, no rush. It's released
filling
tonight, whatever.
my filling my reactor with cryothium.
Let's consider how long it took you to do thermodynamics total.
I'm almost afraid to do anything with Soren's AE system because he has like this like challenge that he set out for himself, which is no controllers or something.
One controller.
One controller.
One
I think.
controller.
One controller. Okay. So, because I want to do some auto crafting right now, but I also don't want to mess up what he did. I'm gonna craft a couple 4K storage cells, guys. Now that I've got like a ton of resources, or logistically kind of a ton of resources. I'm going to do a little bit of crafting and then we'll come back and I'm going to see. I'm probably going to move this setup that we have up here in our main room down into the AE system area, and I might have it on the wall opposite from our manual machines and just have it over here so that we can wind up pulling things out of the chest and sorting into the AE system. That's kind of the plan. So I'll come back in a minute when I'm ready for that. Alright guys, we're back, and I am dismantling this little system that I've got over here. I'm probably going to move the biofuel generators and the resonant energy cell, but I'll move that in a minute. I want to get set up with what I want to go over here. We definitely want an ME interface. We'll probably want more cables. I think the problem is I don't know cable-wise how I want to do this. Because we do have an interface here with stuff on it already. I might move Soren's alloy smeltery. I don't know why he has an alloy smeltery right there. It's kind of a weird place for it, but this is Soren after all. So let's consider the following. So if we pipe stuff into here, this chest will kind of be our buffer chest from the ender chest. And from the buffer chest, we're going to want to pulverize and redstone things. Now, this setup is going to be different. We're not going to need to be as complicated as we were before, because everything that we're going to pulverize, silver, lead, iron, and copper, and that kind of stuff, is going to immediately get smelted. So we don't need the complicated setup we had before, because before we had like redstone and coal getting pulverized because we were using a reinforced hammer with, you know, the silk touch on it. So that should be cool. So now all we need to do really is set that up. So I actually probably need to move these over a little bit differently. So this should be reinforced. I'm going to actually throw them in the corner here. That'll be good. So reinforced, and then furnace. Nice. And I'm thinking I want a transfer node just because those would be easy. Or I could use the new item duct fanciness. Item duct fanciness. I kind of feel like that's going to happen. So let's see, how am I for item ducts? I was playing with these a bit because I couldn't use Ender IO conduits. They were causing some issues. So we'll have some flux duct. I might want to try out, you know what, I'm going to unmute.
Sound resumed.
Hey guys, I'm recording again, by the way.
Flip the cell and redo it after a few seconds. But
So tell me about the warp item ducts, Mr. Tema.
Certainly. They are, well, they're basically instant. They're much cheaper than Tesseracts. And basically they do require some power. I think they require power to send one item along the sort of the route to its destination.
And how do you power them?
500 RF. You just, they're I power handlers, so they can just connect a duct to them, you know, a flux duct to them.
If I place them next to like a generator, will they work?
They should do, yes, I think.
Okay. Now what if I block it so that it can't like connect item-wise to the generator?
Then it won't receive power, I don't think.
Okay. Well, we'll test it. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What will happen to the item if it can't? Oh, I see that the warp gate thing has like the little tesseract thing inside of it. That's neat. Am I seeing that right? That it renders like a little tesseract thing inside of it?
Yep.
That's cool. That's really cool.
They do still work if there's no power, but they're about half the speed of regular item ducts.
Okay. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and that'll ensure that it maintains its power frequency thing. So I'm going to... I've got a reinforced servo, and I've got reinforced filters here. Come back here, you. Yeah, I really want to try out these warp gate things because they sound cool. So what I should be able to do, in theory... Now, can I put, like, a reinforced servo or a filter on a warp gate somehow?
So what was that?
Can I put, like, a reinforced servo or filter on a warp gate?
On a warp gate?
Or on a warp item warp duct thingy?
Yes. You can.
Cool.
They act like regular ducts.
Okay. I mean, like, if I have item duct leading to warp gate, am I making sense when I speak?
Oh yeah. Well, you can connect them to regular item ducts, and they work just fine.
Yeah, but is there a way I can make them be filtered on regular item ducts?
I'm not sure I follow.
Are you on the server?
Yeah. Hang
Can
on.
I teleport you?
Give me a moment. Okay.
Like, I want to filter what goes into that warp duct.
No, you can't do that.
Okay. So what I should do then is make it, what was it that's the dense one? Tin or lead?
That is lead. Can you teleport me back?
If you can tell me where to teleport you to.
Hang on. To minus 350, 800. Preferably somewhere up in the air.
350 what?
Minus 350, that's X, and Z equals 800.
How's that?
Perfect, just slightly inside the floor.
Cool. Okay, so if we throw some lead into the pulverizer here, we'll get lead dust. And we can use that to make a dense item duct. And you guys remember dense item ducts were the ones that make it like the last destination, if you will. So, what I could have here is an item duct. And I want this thing to do this, and I want this to output to the top, because I basically want this to eventually go like this. So if I make this guy the dense item duct, this should work. All I need to do now is put a filter on here for the different kinds of ore that we're going to be filtering on. So to demonstrate, we'll do silver, lead. Let me put some of this junk away. I want to have these ready. So silver, lead, iron, copper, tin. We'll probably want to do gold and some other stuff in there, but that's okay. And if we need to, I think the ender filter has more options on it, right? I have a signalum filter.
Yeah, each has more options than the last.
Is there a way to remove the filter without removing the pipe, out of curiosity?
Wrench it.
Oh,
Just
nice.
regular
Cool.
non-sneak shift.
Oh yeah, look at that. That filter has a lot of options. And I will do use ore dictionary, so that if we get ore dictionary doors, it'll come through. And we'll make this a whitelist. And I'll do prevent oversending, I guess. Oh, there's a question. That might be tricky. Because if this thing's full, I want it to... Okay, let me rework this, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. This crazy contraption will work, and I purposely am doing it, like, a little bit silly, just because I really want this to look neat. Alright, Tema, next question. Is there, like, frequencies or something on these warp ducts? Like, how do I get them to connect to each other?
They should just connect.
Like, how, though? Like, don't they need, like, channels or something?
Sorry, for what is this?
For the warp item ducts?
No, they should just send items to the closest inventory.
Well, like, if I want to warp from one side of the room to the other, how do I tell it which other pipe to connect to?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
That way.
They don't work that way.
They don't
They're
work
not
that
a
way.
tesseract. They're a network.
Okay, then I'm
You need
confused,
the
because I thought
line.
warp item ducts, like, teleported items from one spot to another.
They do, but they also need the intervening pipe.
Oh. So they'll, like, warp
They're
from...
basically
Oh.
zero length item ducts.
Okay, but I have to
So
have
the-
item ducts running between them.
warp item ducts between them for them to. Well, I mean, you can have regular item ducts, but yeah.
Think like those, what were they? Those magnetic pneumatic pipes from RP2 a long time ago?
Yeah. So they're like an even stronger version of the glowstone pipes.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Do you need warp ducts along the entire path, or can you do like warp duct, a bunch of item ducts, and then a warp duct?
You can do that, yeah. You will be charged twice for power, though.
I see. Gotcha.
Uh,
Okay. I totally thought they were like tesseracts, basically.
well, not exactly in that respect.
Like tesseracts
no.
without needing pipes in between.
They're just like instant transport, but they're not.
But you need pipes in
Teleporting.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sort of the cheaper option to tesseracts.
I see. I see. Okay. That's cool. I'm getting you.
Sorry.
So I'm going to come up with a slightly different design here then. Welcome back, guys. Alright guys, we're back. So, found out that warp item ducts, you need like an entire line of them. So, like you'd have an entire line of warp item ducts leading to where you want it to go. And then it basically like instantly teleports it along that line. So there's no travel time along the line. It's cool, but it's a little too expensive right now. So, I did talk to Lemming, by the way, Tema, and he's cool with maybe making that change. To make it a little less
Sure.
expensive. Because right now they are pricey. I'm thinking like 1 Enderium nugget per instead of 3. That would be my suggestion. But I'm also terrible at balance, so don't listen to me. But what I'm going to do now is activate the system with normal item ducts, and I want to tell you guys about the different types of servos. So, a basic servo can pull out 4 items at a time, tops, every 3 seconds. Is that right? And a reinforced servo can pull out a full stack of 64 every 1 second. Signalum is a full stack of 64 every half a second. And it also gives a ×2 speed boost, which means it moves items through the pipes twice as fast. And then resonant servo is the same as Signalum, but it has a ×3 speed boost.
That sounds great.
So
And
I'm going to use a
also-
resonant servo because I want items flying through these pipes.
Also, one thing is that Signalum and Resonant is that they will pick up items that are distributed across multiple slots. So if you had like 5 slots with, 1 piece of cobblestone each, it will pick up all 5 of those at a time.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whereas
See, I'm
with-
not going to have any kind of whitelist on this. This is just to like get everything out of the chest and filter it into the sorting system, basically.
So it turns them into a kind of super stack while traveling.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Awesome.
I'm going to use a Signalum servo on the back of this guy, and I'm going to have... Maybe I'll do some... Well, I don't have any power over there yet. I have to get power over here. I want to wrap up the episode in a minute, guys, but I want you to see this in action, so let me get some power over here, and then we'll be right back. Alright, guys, we're back. Pretty close to ready to wrap up here. I'm just running some fluid ducts back here. 1, 2, 3. Should hook that all up. These guys should all get pumped into biofuel now. That looks good. And we're ready to give this thing a test. I think the only other thing I want to do... kind of wanted to play with these warp item ducts just a little bit because I started playing with them a little bit and I really want to just see them in action. So even though they're like super expensive, let's just do it. So I should have 3 warp item ducts now. I should be able to get a 4th going. That actually might be just enough for what I want to do. So we'll have this guy, disable that, connect to that. That should be cool. And then I wanted the Signalum servo here to pull out items at all times. So if we watch, and remember this needs power, so we're going to want a power connection here. And ta-da! That does look kind of cool. Lemming's right, that looks awesome. So what we should see is if I throw something like cobblestone in here and it starts smelting, see how it instantly like teleports? As soon as it goes, it like pulses. That is neat. Wow, that is really cool looking. Hold on, I have to unmute
There
this.
you go.
Hey guys, I'm recording again. I have to agree with Lemming. The warp item ducts look awesome when items are traveling through them. Like, they look
It's,
really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, most of the sort of the work was done by TTFT cuts on the
Oh, really?
shader. We've got a special April 1st thing planned.
Nice.
I have to come
So
see
this
this
in
now.
there. You want to come see it, Rorax? I can teleport you.
I'm already in your base.
Oh, okay.
I'm in your base, looking at
Oh,
your
noes! This is going to be an extra long episode.
Stealing all
Yeah.
the
You ready,
Toast.
Rorax?
Ready?
Alright, it's sending items now.
Ooh, like ulcers.
Isn't that cool?
It's so cool.
Wait,
And
oh,
it is kind of like instant teleport, too. Like, the item just appears at the end of the warp item duct.
It is exactly instant.
Yeah.
It-
Like here. I'm going to put white item in, and it's done smelting now. Did you see it appear? It was like
Yeah,
super
it was
instant.
instant. Well, it's not technically instant because the computer still has to calculate the
Yes.
the destination. But yeah,
It's mostly instant. So I'm going to test turning this on now. I think I'm ready to. Is there anything else I want to filter, by the way, before things... Do we need limestone? Like, is that a thing that's necessary?
it's chisel block. It's a pretty block.
Yeah. You know what? Yellowite. I should probably have yellowite in the filter. Alright, here goes. Redstone control ignored. So items should come flying out of here a stack at a time. Nice. So it's going to clear it out, and it will sort all the appropriate items into the processing system, which will then pulverize, dump into the adjacent furnace, in theory. Go ahead, jump to the adjacent furnace, in theory.
Yay, theory.
Am I a derp, or like, is this thing not working? Oh, I think it's because I have that augmentation off. Yeah. There's an augmentation that you need in order for it to automatically...
you took the servo out.
I did! I wanted the speed upgrade. I had to put one back in.
No.
Automated output goes back in. I guess I'm not going to get that extra 25% secondary chance.
Oh, you
Not the end of the world.
could put a servo on it.
No, like, I have them next to each other, so I wanted them adjacent.
You
If you
could
take out-
upgrade it.
If you take out reconfigurable sides, does it just default to a random set? Or
That I wasn't sure about. I'll test it when, like...
It's supposed to.
I mean, if it defaults in a way that works for me, I'll be happy to do that. Let me try it. Does it remember its last configuration? Because that would be cool. It either remembers its last configuration or... Did I take out the wrong one? I did take out the wrong one. This is the one that's reconfigurable sides.
Well, do you
Oh
need
yeah,
the,
it does do a default.
Do you need the redstone control? Isn't that one of the default ones?
that is, but you don't need it because it defaults to on or disabled rather.
Okay. So that's cool. So that's pretty much an auto sorting system here. It's working lovely. The only thing is, why did you stop pulling out of the thing? There's no way this is full of any way.
Do floodgates not require power?
No.
Sweet.
How are those automated?
It's pulling out now.
Is it pulling out? Okay.
It did a little bit.
That's weird.
Do you have a filter on this side?
No.
If you put a filter on this side, you can tell it to ignore if the pipe is full or not.
Yeah, maybe I want to do that. Allow oversending.
There you go. Now it's going.
Now it's cruising.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So that's what you want. You want to make it allow oversending. That's cool. I like everything about it, Tema. Nice job on thermodynamics.
Thank you.
All right, guys. For now, this is Darwell20 signing off on an extremely long episode of Forgecraft2. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will be back next time to have a little bit more crazy fun doing stuff. All right, guys. Take it easy.